It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They keep it with Henry on first down. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now back to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Rob Gronkowski, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers have taken the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
This is Howard on second down. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. And this is going to be incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in the pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Whitney Merciless. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Watch it now, Barney. Here
They'll set up to throw.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Zombie gang rapping at NYC. Ice on my neck like I'm Little Weeks. We run like a Pericles. It's on earth, but it's where I be. Money over on my headstone. Here lies them getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. Zombie gang 3 times on my headstone.
Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll drop the throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Gone! 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 Here we go now. Green 39. Leopard! Green 39.
A first down carry for Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Leopard! Leopard!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Completing it here, Marvin Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
No, 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 no. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Leopard! Leopard! Hot!
He'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up 4th. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Leopard! Over! Leopard! Over! Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Lawlett on first down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Leopard! Over! Leopard! Over! Over!
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Over! Leopard! Over! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney!
They go with Howard again. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Where you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
From the gun on third down, Lauletta. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On fourth down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep. And got his man complete. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marvin Jones, 84 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24.
Watch it now, Marty! Gun!
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. 7 yards on the play, and it's a second down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Leopard! Over!
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Leopard! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
3rd and 1, Lauletta wants to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Hut!
Lauletta on 3rd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Cameron Wake in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, 1st quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This 2nd quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Derrick Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Leopard!
Again, it's Henry. Runs over it, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Again to Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Green, Detroit!
Back to throw now on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Leopard!
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And the tight end, Luke Stocker, was the target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
On first down, Lauletta. And this one is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Here's Lauletta under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This is third and long. Here's Lauletta. Forced out to his left. He finds his target, Fuller. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on second down when they got the sack? Because on third down, zero pressure, all the time in the world, and he picks up the first down with that throw.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now here's Lauletta. And his throw is going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
This is Hines. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Blitz, blitz. Run.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch it now, Barney. Hut.
They run again with Hines. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Leopard.
Here's Hines. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Leopard. Gun. Over.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Loletta. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Stocker's got it. Complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now it's Henry. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They'll run it again with Henry. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Lucky 56.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Set. Green 39. Barney. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. And it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Henry down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
No, check. Patriot.
On 1st down, it's Lauletta. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The great veteran Clay Matthews able to knock that one away in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Detroit! Leopard! Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
No, check. Patriot! Gun!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Murphy. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Leopard! All right, here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot. Lucky 56.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Got some real estate inside the 30. It's a big run that time by Henry. 41 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Stepping up, he'll try and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now it's Lauletta. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here we go now.
On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Lauletta out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Detroit! Detroit!
Desperation time on 4th down for Lauletta. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort, but on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56.
Back to the air, Lauletta on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Lauletta. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Now let's go. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, here's Lauletta. Now a desperation throw deep, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They begin with Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now running right through it. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. They'll run with Henry. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Here we go.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Packers, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.